Bears notes, the ultraviolet catastrophe. Heat any object and it glows, and physics in 1900 could predict that glow. The prediction was not very bright, it was infinitely bright. Taken literally, the warm walls of your room should blast you with ultraviolet light. They don't. So something inside perfectly good physics is broken. Let's find where. Picture light trapped in a box, rattling back and forth as standing waves. At low frequency, only a few wave patterns fit inside the box. Raise the frequency and far more patterns fit. The count climbs like frequency squared. Classical physics then hands every pattern the exact same share of energy. A few cheap patterns, then a rising flood of them, each one fully funded. Multiply the exploding count by that fixed share, and the predicted glow races upward. Plot it, and the curve climbs without limit straight into the ultraviolet. But measure a real hot object, and its glow rises, peaks, then gently falls. Two curves for one object, one screams to infinity, the other comes home to zero. So which honest-looking step in that argument was actually the lie, not the counting? The geometry of standing waves in a box is rock solid. The culprit is the quiet assumption that a pattern can hold any energy, down to slivers. Planck's desperate remedy. A pattern's energy comes only in whole chunks. Each chunk is worth a tiny new constant, Planck's constant h, times how fast the wave wiggles. Low-frequency chunks are cheap, so nothing changes where classical physics already worked. But high-frequency chunks are expensive. Ultraviolet light is billed in costly lumps. A warm object simply cannot afford those costly ultraviolet chunks. So the expensive patterns stay empty, and the runaway curve bends back down to zero. The catastrophe was never real. It was the price of pretending energy is smooth. One ratio decides everything, the chunk's cost against the warmth available. When warmth dwarfs the chunk, it looks classical. When the chunk wins, it looks quantum. That single rule, energy in whole chunks, is the seed of all quantum physics. We didn't derive Planck's exact curve, and we left light's own graininess for next time. Try this yourself. Estimate a chunk's cost for green light, and weigh it against room temperature warmth. Thanks for watching the Ultraviolet Catastrophe. More at youtube.com/@NickBearBrown.